It's
All right. Are we good?
One thing I want to fix on you guys.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
Now, have you flown garage space before?
Only twice before, so it's still really new to me.
As a race or as an individual?
Once just as an individual, just kind of hanging out with friends, and then once in a race. But I really didn't get that much experience.
Hi there, I'm Todd Wall. I'm with the Drone Racing Club out of Atlanta, Georgia. We're here at the Maker Faire Atlanta Drone Racing Challenge 2015. So today, so you had to sum it up in one word. Tell me what that word would be in the garage today, huh?
Hectic.
Hectic, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was, having to deal with the weather and everything, and change plans all of a sudden. I came kind of prepared for the more open track.
Yep.
And so for me, personally, it was kind of difficult to deal with, propping down and going with a lower size battery.
Yep.
But
So did you run 3S or 4S today?
Well, I only brought a couple 3S batteries, so I ran those out in practice, and then I ended up having to run 4S during the actual races, which that was kind of the death of me right there.
So you only had to work with 25% of the control mechanism?
Yeah, and on top of that, I broke the only set of props that I had brought that I wanted to race with. Okay. So I ended up having to go with some bullnose props, which were a little more touchy. So.
Okay, and what size props are you flying on that?
5-inch.
Tell us a little bit about your platform here, if you don't mind, and show it to the camera.
Yeah, so it's just a blackout, and it's
what size?
It's a 250 size.
Oh, it is a 250.
Yep.
Okay.
And so it's got Cobra 2204 2300 kV and KISS 30 amp ESCs. It's running the Dodo flight controller.
Okay.
And the Tattoo 1800 milliamp battery.
Yep.
And I basically just cut it so that it's sits a little more low profile.
Yeah, man, that's low profile, big time.
To get that center of gravity more center.
Man, that's incredible. That looks good too. That's tight. So when you got into multi-rotors, what platform did you start off with? I'm just curious. And how long ago was it?
So it was about a year and a half ago, so May of 2015, and I started with a tricopter, a large size tricopter. Flight test forums kind of got me into the whole multi-rotor.
Is it one of their home built?
It was David Windestall's
David,
design.
yeah.
So I started off with that size, the wooden boom tricopter, crashed it a whole bunch of times, and figured I didn't know how to fly.
Right.
So that's when I started getting into the little toys, getting those, starting figuring out, yaw, and
pitch, roll,
aileron, getting used to everything.
Now you're a sponsored pilot, correct?
No sponsors.
Okay, so this guy needs a sponsor, is what it boils down to. Everybody, this guy flies really good, so you need to be paying attention to him because he's going to be coming up on the radar here soon. So where do you see this sport going in about 2 years? I mean, honestly.
Well, hopefully, we'll get a lot more of the rules and regulations polished out so that there's not any conflicts between the different events, and everything will be able to just kind of be a show up and run your quad kind of event. And there won't have to be so much like fidgeting around with things.
Orchestration.
And everything's just kind of running a lot smoother. Hopefully, ideally, what I'd like to see is kind of somewhat like horse racing, where you can go into a sports book and watch on a screen a pilot's feed and be able to bet on your favorite pilot. And I mean, that's probably like a bit high hopes for this, but
so are you endorsing betting? Is that what you're doing? No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. Anyway, so yeah, I absolutely see that too, and I think 90% of the time that we waste has to do with VTX and transmit and receive on 5.8 gigahertz. If we can move towards digital, the spectrum type, but we can't deal with the delay. I think we got enough good quality engineering minds in the industry that can come up with something. It's on the horizon, without a doubt. That's what I look forward to too. Hey man, it was good talking to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
for stopping by.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Out. Chris.